Hello everyone, I am Rajiv Ranjan Singh and welcome to Legal Narrative. In this video, I am going to discuss about the damages for the breach of contract. This is a very important topic under the Indian Contract Act and it is important for all the judicial service examinations. And let us start with this topic. A contract can be said to be breached or broken when either of the parties fails to refuse to perform his obligations or his promises under the contract. As we know that both the parties or all the parties to the contract are under obligation to perform the contract, and section 37 of the Indian Contract Act also says the same, that the parties are under obligation to perform the contract. And as soon as one party commits the breach of the contract, then the aggrieved party becomes entitled to get the damages. And the laws relating to damages, of course, are given under the Indian Contract Act. So firstly, we must understand that what is the meaning of damages. So let us start firstly, damages means an award in terms of money to be paid by the breaching party to the injured party as a compensation for the loss which he has suffered due to the breach. And there is a case which we should discuss, that in the case of Common Cause versus Union of India, Supreme Court of India has emphasized the definition of damages, and the court explained that damages are the pecuniary compensation which is obtainable by success in an action, and it can be in the breach of trust case or the breach of contract case and etc. And we must have Bare Act to understand this topic. Like first section is section 73, which is regarding the damages. So this section talks about the unliquidated damages, and section 74 deals with the liquidated damages. लिक्विडेटेड डैमेजेस और लिक्विडेटेड डैमेजेस में डिफरेंसेस हम लोगों को अच्छे से समझ में आना चाहिए. अनलिक्विडेटेड डैमेजेस क्या होता है, उसमें इस तरह के डैमेजेस होते हैं जो कि प्रीवियसली डिटरमिन्ड नहीं होते हैं, और लिक्विडेटेड डैमेजेस जो होते हैं वो प्रीवियसली स्टिपुलेटेड होते हैं या प्रीवियसली डिटरमिन्ड होते हैं. सो सेक्शन 73 जो होता है वो अनलिक्विडेटेड डैमेजेस की बात करता है और सेक्शन 74 लिक्विडेटेड डैमेजेस की बात करता है. तो सबसे पहले हम 73 डिस्कस करते हैं. So section 73 कहता है कि when a contract has been broken, the party who suffers by such breach of contract, he becomes entitled to receive compensation for any loss which has been suffered due to the breach. Now this section talks about the losses. So there are two types of losses which can occur and which can be claimed. So the first type of loss is that loss which naturally arose in the usual course of things from such breach. And the second type of loss is the loss which the parties knew when they enter into the contract that it is the likely result of such breach, and if the breach would occur, then it would be the likely result of such breach. These two type of losses are covered under section 73, and here we must mention the case Headley versus Baxendale, and the section 73 under the Indian Contract Act is based on the judgment of that case only. And this case is a very landmark case, and in this case the court had held that when there is a breach of contract, the damages which aggrieved party ought to receive should be either such as may reasonably and fairly be reasonably and naturally arising. It means it should be in the usual course of things, or it may be such which parties should have contemplated when at the time they entered into the contract, they must have contemplated that this would be the probable result of the breach of the contract. And let us discuss the second part of the section 73, which deals with the remoteness of damages. So the second part of section 73 says that the compensation is not to be given for any remote damages or for any indirect loss which may have caused to the plaintiff. Therefore, it means that the party is not liable for a loss which is too remote. The losses should be foreseeable, and it should not be too remote that one cannot have reasonably expect to happen. And we should discuss a case here also, that there is a case Madras Railway Company versus Govinda's case. And in this case also, the plaintiff was a tailor and he delivered a sewing machine and some cloths to the defendant railway company. And he expected that the same would be delivered to the destination in a reasonable time, and he was going to carry on business at the destination place in the upcoming festival. But due to some mistakes by the company's employees, the goods were not delivered on the time. Meanwhile, the festival got over, and then the plaintiff sued the company for the damages, and he also claimed special damages for the loss which he has suffered, for the estimated profits which he may have earned. But the court declined his request, and the court held that damages which he is claiming is too remote, and he had not intimated the railway company that this kind of situation, for this particular purpose, he is going to deliver the product to a particular destination. And so since the railway company had not been intimated about the special purpose of the contract, so the court had declined the special damages to the plaintiff. Now we must understand the explanation to section 73, which says that if the plaintiff can mitigate the loss, or if the plaintiff can reduce the loss, then he must reduce it. अगर plaintiff loss को कम कर सकता है या mitigate कर सकता है, तो plaintiff की ड्यूटी बनती है कि वो loss को कम करे, वो जितना कम कर सकता है वो कम करे. So it's the duty of the plaintiff to mitigate the loss as much as he can. Otherwise, it will be taken into account when the damages will be determined by the court. सो प्लेंटिफ का ये फ़र्ज़ बनता है कि भले ही वो लॉस सफ़र कर रहा है, बट जितना लॉस को कम किया जा सकता है, मिटिगेट किया जा सकता है, इसकी ड्यूटी बनती है वो कि लॉस कम करे. अगर वो लॉस कम नहीं कर रहा है तो इस चीज़ को कंसिडर किया जाएगा जब कोर्ट डिटरमिन करेगी डैमेजेस को. और एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है जो कि यहाँ डिस्कस किया जाना चाहिए. ये एक प्रिंसिपल है जिस पे ये डैमेजेस का पूरा प्रिंसिपल काम करता है कॉन्ट्रैक्ट लॉ के अंदर. वो है कि जो डैमेजेस है कॉन्ट्रैक्ट लॉज के अंडर, and that is given by way of restitution and compensation only, and not by way of punishment. Damages under the whole contract laws are not granted as a punishment. It is a restitution. तो ये पनिशमेंट के तौर पे नहीं डैमेजेस ग्रांट किया जा सकता है. इसीलिए अगर ऐसे सिनेरियो जनरेट होती है जहाँ प्लेंटिफ को लॉस ही नहीं हुआ है, तो बस एक नॉमिनल डैमेजेस दे दिया जाता है, ना कि हमें. और स्पेशल डैमेज तो तभी दिया जाता है जब वो डिफेंडेंट के नॉलेज में हो कि ये इस तरह के भी लॉसेस सफ़र कर सकता है प्लेंटिफ. अदरवाइज जनरल रूल, एज ए जनरल रूल, स्पेशल डैमेजेस कोर्ट नहीं ग्रांट करती है कॉन्ट्रैक्ट लॉज के अंडर में. और नेक्स्ट सेक्शन 74 है जो कि डील करता है कंपनसेशन फॉर द ब्रीच ऑफ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट व्हेन द पेनाल्टी इज स्टिपुलेटेड. इट मीन्स दिस सेक्शन डील्स विद द लिक्विडेटेड डैमेजेस, and as I have said that section 73 deals with the unliquidated damages. And in the previous scenario, under section 73, there is no any stipulated amount which has been determined by the parties at the time of entering into the contract that this particular damages they are going to claim in the case of breach of the contract. But under section 74 there is a stipulation in the contract that in the case of breach the parties are going to claim this particular stipulated damages, and so it is liquidated. And this topic in this section 74 and 75 I will be discussing in the upcoming videos, and there are several more case laws on the topic, section 73 and section 74 and 75, which I will be discussing in the upcoming videos. So thank you so much for